Okay, everyone. So I swallow my emotions. What should I do? That's what I'm going to tackle in this video. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here a while, you might know this channel as Motor Tic Mastery. If you haven't been here for a while, you might know this channel as Inner World Mastery. I haven't quite decided what the name is, but nevertheless, Inner World Mastery, emotions, mind. Let's get into this. I swallow my emotions. I swallow my emotions. What does that even mean? How do you swallow an emotion? If you're curious about this, keep listening. I'm going to slow down the energy here. Now, as I slow down the energy, I want you to notice that maybe you suddenly want to switch off the video. Maybe you realize that all of a sudden you have to slow down with me if you want to be with me on the video. And when we slow down, all of a sudden we have to start feeling what's there. If we're constantly going and moving and talking and everything's happening really fast and we're going through life and we're thinking, there's no space to actually feel emotions. So this is the first thing to remember, right? If we're swallowing emotions and we don't want to swallow emotions, is to start creating space. Space happens when we slow down. Now, there's many other ways we can create space. So, I mean, what's wrong with swallowing emotions anyway? Really? It's like, okay, I'll swallow emotions. And? Problem? I mean, if you're watching this video, you probably already have some sort of idea as to why swallowing emotions isn't a good idea, because you are curious about it. That's why you're watching this video. But that curiosity, right? That curiosity is a great starting point. Can we now start feeling? So what does a swallowing of an emotion look like to you? What do you do? Like, is an emotion like a carrot that you swallow? And I'm being playful here. Like, what are you actually doing? You're not actually eating, right? But maybe we do. Maybe we do take a breath and hold it in. Is that swallowing? Maybe that's what we mean by swallowing. Someone says something to us, we feel a little bit hurt, and we're like, no, I'm going to hold myself. I'm going to swallow that down, push it down, and ignore it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. The thing is, if we do that, as you're probably aware, if we keep swallowing emotions and pushing down emotions and ignoring emotions and suppressing emotions, eventually those emotions will come out as dis-ease and turn into disease. This is how it works here. Emotions are energy, and if we don't allow energy and emotions to move, energy gets stuck. When energy gets stuck in your field and you're not flowing, you're not like you're getting tight and stuck, then it will cause physical manifestations, physical ailments. So we know why we don't want to be swallowing emotions. How do we change it? How would we change it? So the next time you notice that you're swallowing an emotion, you can do something different. Right? Are you up for doing something different? You can do something different. You can just start acknowledging, I am swallowing my emotion now. You can even say it out loud. Wow, I'm holding back my real emotion right now. I'm holding back what I'm feeling right now. Even just speaking it into life is already a huge step in the right direction. You aren't just acknowledging it internally, but you're now like acknowledging it externally to yourself and those around you. This is much better than not even noticing it in the first place. But if you're watching this video, you're already aware that sometimes you do notice that you are swallowing your emotions. Great. So I'm swallowing emotions. I'm noticing that, pardon me, I just stopped. I just held something back. Okay. Now that burp was an example of me not holding anything back, just allowing it to happen. Again, this is life. We just want to allow things to happen. We want to listen to our body. We've all been told so many rules about what we are allowed and not allowed to do when it comes to our mind, emotions, body, health. We're told so many rules. And a lot of it is absolute absurd BS. So we want to, in that moment where we notice that we're starting to swallow, and it might be that you don't always notice that you're swallowing, and that's okay. Don't give yourself a hard time for not noticing it sometimes. But in the moments that you do realize you are swallowing or you're about to swallow the emotion, communicate it to yourself. Wow, I think I'm swallowing an emotion right now. Just acknowledging it is huge. It's huge, guys. Guys and girls. And non-binary people. It's huge. So allow yourself to acknowledge what's going on inside of you. Sometimes we might think about something and just carry on with life. Right? But if you give room to talking vulnerably about what's going on inside you, you're starting to give space for the energy and the emotions that are there to do what they need to do. Emotions aren't something that need to be fixed. Emotions are something that just want to have a little bit of space to be felt. So just by acknowledging it, you're already doing huge, heavy lifting towards your goal of being able to feel what's really there. Spot on, guys. Spot on. Okay, so we're acknowledging it. Good. What's the next thing that we could do if we are holding, swallowing our emotions? Right? Oh, I think I'm swallowing my emotion right now. Okay. Okay, so I'm holding, suppressing, swallowing. Where in my body am I noticing the thing that I'm swallowing? Where in my body am I noticing the thing that I'm swallowing? Am I noticing it over there somewhere? Is the emotion like a mile down the road? No, it's not usually a mile down the road. Is it above you? Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's unlikely. I mean, it could, like, emotions can be felt in the field. It's energy, so it doesn't have to necessarily be directly inside the body. But usually it is, because that's where the most density is in your physical body. So what we usually go is, where am I feeling this? This is what we usually say. Where am I feeling this in my body? Where am I feeling this in my body? Okay, so I know that I'm swallowing something. Okay, where is the thing that I'm swallowing? Maybe it's in the stomach, maybe the solar plexus, maybe in the gut lower down, maybe the sacral, maybe it's around the heart. Like, notice where in your body it is. Maybe it's at the front of the body, maybe it's at the back of the body. The point being is that you can, in this moment, then be with the thing that you just swallowed. Just because you notice yourself swallowing it, or you've already swallowed it, doesn't mean that it can't be felt. Of course it can be felt. Okay, let's reconnect with it again. It's still there. It's quite live because you've just noticed that you swallowed it. It doesn't just suddenly disappear. It's still there. Now, you might sometimes have difficulty accessing it straight away. Usually, emotions are more easily accessible when something has just happened and you've just swallowed it. It's much easier to reaccess it right then than 4 weeks later. Much, 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 much easier. And so that's why we ask the question, where in my body am I feeling this thing that I've just swallowed? And then be present with that part of your body. There's nothing you need to do with this part of your body. You don't have to fix that part of your body or force the healing of that part of your body or even do any fancy visualization. You can if you want. There might be value there, but you don't have to. What I'm suggesting is that being just present and attentive to this part of your body is all that's needed to create space for the thing that you've just swallowed, which is that emotion, that feeling. And then finally breathe. So then be with it. Be with what's there. Maybe if you're in a busy environment, in class at school, in the office, depending on who you are watching this video, like, it might be difficult to want to feel what's there given the current environment you're in. Maybe you want to do this half an hour later when you're out sitting on the grass or when you're back in your car, or like trust yourself. Emotions aren't as bad as what I think a lot of us think they are. We have created so many conditions and habits in our culture that encourage us to just ignore them or push them down. And actually, if we just take a moment in the busy thinking world that we exist in, of future, past, anxiety, stress, fear, if we just take a moment to be with our body, we can feel the uncomfortableness, and quite quickly they go. For me personally, I lived for 25 years suppressing emotions, holding back emotions, thinking an emotion was, somebody is smiling. Oh, they must be happy. That's what an emotion is. And when I look at the world today, like, it's not uncommon to see that a lot of people live like that and aren't connected to their emotions or energy. In fact, most people are very disconnected. But it's normal to be very disconnected. So we don't think there's anything wrong. Other than the epidemic of like mental health and pills that we're prescribing to millions of kids. That seems pretty wrong to me. So that's my thoughts for today, guys. Tell me how it goes for you. If you give this a go, if you try it, you practice, you explore your art of feeling, then let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you have some more questions, let me know. This particular video is inspired from a question somebody left in one of the comments. And I want to start creating more videos that are specifically focused on questions you guys have. So please ask your questions. Share your commentary. I will be watching, looking and sharing more videos and offering these kind of Q&A style vids. I love you all. Have a beautiful day and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.